Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Now today I've got a new image for you to check out. I haven't uploaded it to my Gigapan page yet, but by the time you see this video, the main image will be uploaded onto here, so you can check it out yourself. You can check out the raw image and the enhanced image back to back. Now the set of images it came from are this set here from the ChemCam on the Crossy rover, and it's Sol 2998. And there's a whole bunch of images here, and the ones we're mainly concentrating on today are these ones at the bottom, these bottom four here. And we have here, if you look carefully, a kind of slopey bit coming down here and a straight part at the bottom here, and then we have a column just here. Okay, just here you can see a column, and you've got a straight edge there, there's another straight edge here, another straight line coming down. Basically we have a rectangular, almost like a doorway shape. I'm not saying it is a doorway, but it's kind of shaped like a doorway here, and a column on the side. Now this is weird, and when I started looking a bit closer I thought, hang on a minute, we've got a perfect column here, almost perfectly straight, just here. We've got a rectangle. If you look at this part here, we've got a rectangle here. We've got some weird stuff carved in this rock here, just here. I can't quite make out what it is, but it's very interesting. It looks like some kind of carved artwork. And then I started looking across here and I thought, hang on a minute, this is really weird. Now what I did, I thought, okay, to look at it properly, I'm going to brighten this up, and maybe I can see more if I brighten it up. So that's what I did, brighten it up. And here we are. I enlarged it a bit as well, just to make it pixelate less, so I can zoom in more. So I doubled the size of it. I thought, hang on a minute, there's loads of stuff in here, and it looks like, just here, a very large carving of a head, a human or humanoid head. Now it's not very obvious straight away, just here. There's the top of the head, chin. It's a bust of a person. And there's an ear, just here. There's an eye here. And another one here, right? Nose, mouth, lip, upper lip, eyebrows, cheekbone. That's what it is. To me, that's what it is. And this part next to it is absolutely insane. You have here a almost perfect rectangle, goes across like that, down like that, across like that at the bottom. In fact, it probably goes further down, but this part is the visible part. And we have a straight edge here and a straight edge here, a column. Now I could probably draw that a bit better. It's there and there. Now, why would a natural rock face have these details? It would not, of course. And then when we look in here, let's get rid of that. When we look in here, we also have some very interesting shapes here that look like they're carved. I can't quite make it out, but it looks like there's some kind of multiple face carving or some weird sort of carving of an animal or something here. I can't really make out what it is. I may be wrong on that part. We have here a large head. Like I said before, it comes right round. We have a big ear. Some of these statues have very large ears, as I've shown before. We have a chin. We have an eye there, and another eye here. Or what it may be actually, this may be the eye. And this is a broken one here, but it's in shadow here, so we can't really tell. Nose here. Mouth here. Upper lip. Lower lip. And then we have the neck coming down here. That's what it looks like to me. Now, it's not in very good shape, unfortunately. Like many of these things on Mars, it's fallen down, it's dilapidated and cracked and weathered. and eroded. It's basically not in very good shape, but it's very large, and you can actually see it. Once you've seen it, you can see it straight away just there. What drew my attention initially really was this column here. Now let's make this a bit bigger, right? This column here, and this rectangle here, and then this part coming across here. We have rectangular parts here, so this is construction, right? We got this sloping down here, right? This comes straight across, this part here. This is like a big plinth here. So this is part of a building, and it looks like some of it's kind of melted. If you look here, let's go to the enhanced clip at the top. It almost looks as if some of this is melted, or it may just be erosion here. This is all kind of like slipped down, right? But you can actually see that rectangular, what I'm calling it the doorway. Now, years ago, I actually wrote a book called The Devil's Doorman, which I never published. It was set in Victorian time. It was a kind of Victorian action thriller type horror thing, set in Victorian London. I never finished the book. And it was called The Devil's Doorman. And this kind of reminded me of it. I did some illustrations for that book, but I never finished it. And this is very similar, like a doorway with a big, kind of ugly, almost demonic looking head carved in the rock here. Unfortunately, it's not in very good shape. But when you look closely at this stuff, if I show the head again, when you look at it more closely, you can actually see, zoom in, look at the mouth detail, just here. There's the upper lip and the lower lip here, right? Let's make that a bit smaller. Then we got the ear detail here. Okay. And we have eye detail, bulbous eye detail there. And then another one here, but this is broken away. This part is broken off, but it would have come to there. This is all kind of broken off, right? Nose also looks like it's broken off on the end. These may be nostrils here, right? Some of the statues and remains I found have got massive nostrils. Some have got very small puggish noses. Some have got very large noses, all sorts. Some have got very big ears. Some have got very tiny ears. Some don't have any ears at all and are kind of reptilian and have just nasal holes either side of there where the nose would be. They just have like a hole here and a hole here, right? The mouth detail, to me, it looks pretty convincing because you've got this nice curve to it just there. The lower lip's kind of broken. Okay. The chin's broken away. Here. Parts of it are cracked off and broken away here. And then we got a part of the sort of neck and shoulder area. So this is a bust. Okay. And when you look at it closely, when you see this on the Gigapan, what I'll do is I'll upload it to the Gigapan, and you can link to it from the description below, okay? And you need to zoom in and get real close in. You can actually see these details up close, okay? The giveaway for this was the rectangle here. That was the main thing that drew my attention, because I'm always looking for straight edges and squares and rectangles, because they don't tend to happen in nature. And especially when you get a bunch of them together and parts like this. That comes to here, another part coming down here, this part goes to there. Okay, this is construction. You can see the different parts to it. Part here. This is all kind of slipped off and eroded down this side. This is what looks to be the top part of a building, and we have a very large gargoyle here. And you can actually see the construction, the columns here, and it looks like there's a plinth coming across here as well. So we got the top part of a ruined, buried structure with a plinth going across. We've got a level here, and we have a large statue head here, and we have this column on the side, and we have some weird carvings in here as well. Loads of weird stuff going on here. This one is actually a relief carving. It's not a statue. It's a relief carving, carved straight out of the rock. And this is constructed, okay? So these pieces were put together. You can actually see where it joins here, right? This was put on as a block and then carved. There it is. Another giant head on Mars, carved right into the side of a ruined building with a door, what looks a bit like a doorway, but we have plinths and concrete construction, stone construction, probably with concrete as well. A lot of it's dilapidated and looks kind of melted in places, vitrified, like some of the ancient monuments on Earth in Egypt. So there we are, that was it really. You can clearly see those construction parts to this, absolutely unmistakable. This is a ruined building. You can see how it was put together with the different parts, and the statue part here was built on that section, and there was probably another statue head here. By the looks of it, this looks a bit like a chin and a mouth here, and we got possible eye. There could have been another one there. So absolutely insane, absolutely insane. This is a really interesting one because we've got both artwork and construction all together on one face. Absolutely insane. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you soon.